Welcome to Mystic Moon's Live Tarot. Do you know what direction you're going in? Do you know what to do? Do you want something new? Do you want to be somebody since it's 2025 coming up? New year, a bright and shiny new year, even though it feels gloomy. Probably because it's winter, it feels gloomy. And the news isn't so hot either. But it is our 2025. Even regardless of what happens in this coming year, we should have a new plan. What would make you feel and be better in 2025? You gotta have a plan. What steps to take for something new and different? Well, at least something different. Not the same old, something different. How to jazz up your marriage, how to jazz up your career, how to find a new career. How do you go about it? What would be the steps to take? What would be something new? You can start a bakery business. Make that could be 1 day a week, 2 days a week, or let's see. Well, it can be as enterprising as you want to be, but what steps should you take? How about a new love? How's your marriage going? Do you want to get married? Or if you aren't married, how to jazz things up? How to make things spanky? How to get each other through. Do you know a gloomy person that you want to, get rid of? How to, make that person disappear from your life. What do you have to do? What do you have to do? Maybe there's maybe you want to call more angels to yourself to help, more help. Maybe you find maybe you need to move to a different place. The city, the country, the mountains, the beach, something. Where is your luck, your strength? Where is it? Mystic Moons is here tonight, in this dark night, cold air, surging through the ether to help, to find, to seek, to share. So, hey, let's roll. Hi, how are you? Collective reading? Well, kind of in the mood to do personal readings. I just been feeling that I did a collective reading earlier, and I just earlier today I did. Who was watching you? Don't you feel like, somebody's always watching? Do you? It's broken down by zodiac, and you can find it. We do this at each zodiac sign. Did you see? Well, if you go and look earlier, you'll find zodiac signs for who's watching you. That's pretty interesting. But right now, trying to connect with, do you want a career move? Do you want a love move? What kind of moving? We can chat for sure. How's your life? Are you happy? doing what you want to do? Well, should be, can be. I mean, I'm always looking for something. I always get good ideas sometimes, and then I act upon them. Then I think about, maybe I should do it this way. Then I'll do it that way, and just to see how it goes. It's like testing the waters, right? And the personal reading is like testing the waters. Testing. I mean, I'm going to swim this way or I'm going to swim that way. Which way am I going to swim? I'm going to go with the current, or I'm going to go against the current. Sometimes, you don't know. That maybe it's best that you go against the current, right? Tell me if you've had situations like that. I mean, there's no definite about anything. It's just the amount of energy, and I do think that the spirit world is like hand in hand in these things. If you got good contact spirits, I wouldn't say they're all good spirits, of course. Some good demon action, but they've already sold their souls. I'm not talking to that kind of energy. No. Oh, congratulations. I know. It's like amazing how people used to have jobs for like 30 years. And our fathers used to have jobs for 30 years. And I mean, how do they do it? Now you get a job, it's like skin starts to crawl after a few months. And then by I don't know, maybe it's because the email, the Zoom calls, I don't know. But it's good to keep changing. I mean, it would be nice to have stability, but if it's not right and your boss is an a-hole or the money's not enough, what can you do? You got to split. You got to leave while you got the energy to go, right? You got to leave while you have the energy to go. Sometimes it's. I mean, working for somebody else is strange. It's strange in a way because you bend the knee a lot. It's like, but you need to have that money, and it's this compromise, and then you hear everybody worshiping who makes the most money, right? Who makes the most money? And it goes on from there. It goes on from there. But you're not supposed to be happy at work either, too, as work is work. Serious. I'm a serious person. But hey, it can be nice. Work can be nice. Work can be a nice experience. And you hear all this altruism. It's nice for the community. Well, it is nice, but you have to ask yourself, what is that person doing for the community too? Because it's a 360 thing. What is the community? I mean, what is the community's objective? I mean, if they're having a community gardens, where they have vegetables and stuff, that's great. Yeah. Well, I guess it's like just being open, right? Just being open. So, what kind of job are you like? What field are you interested in? Staying in the same field? Yeah, I know that. I know that very well. I know this very wealthy, I know a few wealthy people, and they have their family business. And stingy, very stingy, and condescending towards others. Like, well, if you were so hot, you wouldn't be working for me, type of attitude, right? That stinks. It stinks. Or we're all like family, except I have more money and I have more say and I'm your boss. Okay. It's like, and my words are such heavy and your words are such light, right? Nice. Nice, nice. Well, you know what I think? I think that when you, I think that one should, like right now in the United States, I mean, we have so many people, so many great ideas, but we keep on having the same people, the same tired old people, blah, 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 blah. And it would be so nice, a miracle, to have, like each state, for instance. I mean, why can't we have all singers from like New Jersey, all singers from Oregon, all singers from Louisiana? I mean, talent from each state having their own talent and good talent. I mean, really, and pushing things across. Like, I mean, why does it have to be so centralized? Everything. I mean, of course, I'm just talking first of all about show business, but show business is one thing. But even like literature, poems. I mean, there's only a few things that are kind of of it says of interest, or but everything, or somebody who makes great pocketbooks, somebody who makes like outstanding new designers, or great shoes. Why can't we have homemade shoes, handmade shoes again, right? Why? I mean, yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's so much that we can do, or maybe somebody has a great way of raising plants. Why can't we have more people show like, oh, this is, I mean, we do have it to some degree, but not enough. Not enough. Not enough. So that's what I think that, if we just get more grassroots, I mean, or just more diversified. I mean, there's for singers, for instance. I mean, there's so much great singers out there. Why do we have to have the same 5 or 6 blah, blah, blah on the airwaves? That is like snooze fest. And besides, it's not interesting. I mean, really. I mean, why can't we have new writers come out? And why do we make it such a hard for someone to come out with a new book? And why do we have to always have like the same, spooky things? Can it be a new spooky thing? Well, once things get messy, a bit messy, well, that's good. A job change is good. So you have a new job already picked out, or you're looking in a new field to send out your resumes or interviewing and stuff. Confidence is the first thing to change. I'm confident that I can, even though you beat your head against the wall, you still got to, you believe in yourself first. You believe in yourself first. You define your own self. Well, that's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. I don't mind following somebody else's lead as long as they're not putting trips. I mean, you're working for essential purpose. That's why everybody's there, right? But not to have trips. Like, of course, make more revenue. And to deal with whatever this company deals with. Yeah, I mean, when sometimes like when we get into a trip, I gotta pay this bill, I gotta pay that bill, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. We the steps involved. It shouldn't be complicated. I mean, so many people everywhere. I mean, from the supermarket job to a nail salon to a teaching school to like name it. There's like these trips, these egos. What's you almost want to like hit somebody like with on the head with a rubber ball with a rubber stick and go, hey, what kind of energy are you spewing out? What kind of what's the matter with you? What's the matter with you? What's the matter? Let's get on the right path. The right path. The right path. And there's only one path. I think in the West that we tend to forget a lot of things. We tend to be competitive on the wrong things, and we forget that we're in this together. We're in this together, and that's the important thing. Is know that we're in this together. And it's like sometimes the people, maybe when they get old, I don't know, or too rich or too grumpy, something, they forget that we're in this together and that we could go so further up the ladder of what they call success if we just had a better attitude. But it's I guess it's like spirit. Like we all have spirit. I'm not talking per se about soul. I'm talking about spirit energy. And sometimes you forget that. You go, because it takes a certain type of mindset to be in and heart set to be in spirit energy. And people, they go back into like, well, I have, X amount of dollars in the bank, and you probably have whatever I put in the bank. Or we're so special. They go to those like safety, what do you call those? Like, it's almost like Johnny on the spots, latrines. They go to these pens of like, I'm from Europe, so I have, blah, blah, blah. Or I am from, uh, my parents are better educated than your parents, or I know the guru of so and so, or, I mean, they just go into these things like, I have 3 cars and you only have one. I have a new car, you have an old car, type of thing. It's like, gee, let me catch my breath. That's what I mean. That's what could it be consumerism you'd call that, or it could be consumerism. I have to make myself better than you to feel good about you, something like that. It's idiotic and it does not make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't have any spirit. That's why people, you see, their eyes are dead. They're like talking like records. I mean, they just boom, 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 boom. And some people get very intimidated by that. They go, "Oh man, this person is so impressive, and what have I done?" You have spirit, and take a look at their spirit. It could be that they are just boxed in a little box, not even a magical box. It's like I guess so many people are running on autopilot. This is what I should do. This is what I should say to get respect, as if respect is some kind of treat. I mean, that has to be earned, or that has to be. I can respect you if no, you're a human being, and I respect and honor you. That should be primary. The culture that gets that through to its people, the society that gets that reality, that truism, that's a successful society. But we don't have that. We, United States, I'm sure France, they don't have that. Germany, they don't have that. It's like, let me see your your earth value points. And then too, that even when you have like Diddy parties, Weinstein parties, I mean, didn't they make the person go through humiliation, degradation? Well, there's a lot of people who sound like you or look like you, but if you blah 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 X-rated, 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 my blah 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 blah, then like I'll put you in front of the camera. Ha ha ha. It's like smells like ancient kitty litter. No, we have a value system here, and is it going to change? And then now they're talking about. Then even when you go shopping, you go to the store, you go do this and that. You wonder about like who's going to be in the toilet instead of wondering, you know, or when you walk out, will I be safe until I get to my car? I mean, it's like there's so many cringe elements, and then then you get back. Where's your spirit? What are you going to do? How are you going to like your future steps? All these things. I mean, you have all these like pincushion, pins sticking into you when it comes to making love decisions, career decisions, things like that. So it's very complex. It's really very simple, but there's so many, I think, demon energy running around. Demon energy or derailment energy, which is kind of demon energy. I think it is demon energy. I mean, you can call it anything, but it feels demonic. It feels nasty. So we just can call it demon energy. But we have to get back to the white light, clear light, the bright light, and see what future steps we should take to avoid all those pitfalls, all those scenes, right? All those scenes. And those scenes. So when you make your moves, I mean, don't forget about your own value. Don't forget about who you are, who you are. Don't, you know? And there's so many people that, kiss my hand, kiss my hand, kiss my feet, don't, it's like, run. I mean, and we have a demand to be treated nicely. We have to, because a lot of people they're just so confused, and they're everywhere. Could be your neighbor upstairs, could be your next door person. It's just a lot of stuff. That's why if you find, consultation about what you're going to do, steps, it's helpful, very helpful. That's why I do paid personal readings. Kind of like get in there. I learn too, just, interactions. I learn. We're all the same in so many ways, but we're not all. But if somebody else eats, I want to eat. It's not me eating, they're eating, right? If somebody else lives nicely, it's they're living nicely, not me living nicely. I mean, I'm glad for the person, of course, but this is where it comes into the kinky, or where it has to be tweaked. That's not to use the word kinky, but it has to be tweaked to get your own personal course. Like, you can save yourself the trouble if an opening comes your way and you go, wait, there's something behind all this glossy smiles. There's something behind it. It's just something that I have to be wary of. That's the thing. Is there something that I am not, in my quest for, like, oh, I'm going to get a new job, but wait, okay. Like, there is this if you go to a company, let's say we're working for somebody, and then somebody is like sitting around smoking pot, for instance, just smoking pot like it's like incense or a cigarette, of course. I'm not even saying anything about it, just smoking, getting just smoking. What do you think about that? Do you think about working for somebody who's just like that? I mean, you go, even though they say, "Yeah, I'll hire you. We could," and then just smoking. It's like, you want to work with somebody like that, or it's okay for you. I don't know. You got to think about things like that. Or if somebody is talking about themselves and talking about, oh, they're other people are saying, oh, they're just poor. The poor people. The poor people. Do you want to be working with somebody who, and they're not like saying that like I'm like dropping off $500 worth of food each week. No, they're just going, oh well, they can't like that. Now, is that something that you want to be? Is that the kind of energy you want to be around? Or or saying, do you have a car? No, I don't have a car. I take a taxi. Well, you have to have a car. What for? Well, I want people to have a car who work for me. Stuff like that. The most arm twisting, I mean, things. As if you don't have enough with all your other things to have somebody. Well, okay. Or there's lots of ors. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, the dissing. You like these stones too? Oops. I love pyrite. I love pyrite. Look at that face. You see that face? Look at that big mouth, two eyeballs. Look at that. Look at that. You see? You see a face in that? Stones are. Yeah, look at that. Ooh. Let's see if we turn it around. What do we see? That looks like a little rodent. See, nose, two eyeballs. This looks like a little beaver. Let's see what this one has. Let's see what this one has. What do we see? Oops. Ooh. It, not too much, but something. How old am I? Old enough to go to Mars. So that's pretty good. Look at this one. This looks like a little. This looks like a little baby dragon. A little head of a baby dragon. See? Two eyes. This. A little crown on top. Takes some imagination to see this one, but it's there. I just love to see all the, and it changes on a daily basis because these are pyrite, and this one I don't see anything. I don't see anything. I don't see anything yet. Wait a second. Now there, two eyes. See, one, two eyes. No, it's almost like an animal. See, little mouth looks like a little lion cub. Ears, ears. See, little lion. See, spirits can jump into all types of objects. They can go to live ones, or they can go into like books, dolls. They can go into anything. They can go into anything. Hmm. Well, if you want a reading, I'm here. How many people have been out in the woods lately? So many magical things in the woods. You go, what am I going to go to the country for? What am I going to go in the woods? Well, lots of things, lots of mysterious things are in the woods. Really. I mean, the woods. Who planted the woods? Oh, you say, oh, it's the woods. Who takes care of the woods? I met somebody who was afraid of being in the woods because a tree would fall on her. Ah, I doing pay. Yes, I can with a donation. Let me show you. Let's see. This was like a weird demon. Let me put it over here. That I saw from a stone. And there was like, this is hair. This was another stone, but it looked like hair in the lighting. And, but I mean, it was just a weird. Sometimes I try. Here's another demon I got. No, here's a spirit. Let me show. I think I have a spirit. Okay. The spirit must be down this side. Oh, I can show you something that's interesting. Look at this. This was a drawing I just did, but it was, can you see? This was a drawing of a raft. This was late at night in an estate in upstate New York. And it was about 1 o'clock in the morning as at night. And then you go up the stairs, a meadow behind it, and then there's some mountains. And there was this figure. There was nobody there, but it was a figure of a strange spirit just staring. And it was a place that was known to be kind of spooky. It spooks around and demons and just people chanting and running around like being crazy. And this was not human. See that? And I just stood there. I was out of there. And then I came back inside and I did a drawing of it. And it still haunts me. It's still haunting. Still haunting. God. Here's my pussycat. I love to show my pussycat. Very cute. But anyway, I like to draw when I'm drawing is also a meditation. And it's connecting the energy reads, getting higher energy. It's something, whatever you can do. I mean, doodling is great. I love to doodle. Oh, Let's see, California time is 7ish, right? 7ish. Hmm. Now, who out there in the ether would like a personal drawing? Someone who needs a little assistance, who is seeing messages, seeing messages. Are you seeing messages and you don't know what they mean? So many times, messages are ignored. We just don't know how to read it. Read the omens. Read the signs. What? It's fine because it can't receive your trust. Yes, it happens. There is a temple. We should pick it up. Guys should eat them up. No spenders. Maybe I should close it down. This gappers. Been on for an hour. That's long enough.